Hey guys, Rich here from Rich Mid Gaming. Hope everyone is doing fantastically well, and we are back with another playthrough video. This one I am super excited about because we eventually get to play the Days of Future Past campaign for Marvel United. So really happy about this one. There's some rules that we need to go through. We're going to be learning the rules as we go. So a heads up that this video may be a little bit longer than the other ones because it's not the standard set of rules. So we'll be reading through them. And yeah, we might make some mistakes. I'll try and pick them up in the editing as we play through. But if you do spot any, let me know down in the comment section below so that we can, yeah, try and make sure other people don't make those same ones. So let's jump over to the other camera. Let's look at the setup. Let's look at the characters that we're using and let's get on with the game. Okay then guys, so we do have obviously a very different setup for this one. Let's just start by showing you these three Sentinels. They are unfortunately all in various states of being painted. This one has just had the silver work done, and as you can see the purple and the yellow. This one has had most of the, I say purple, sort of purpley blue done, but still hasn't had black lining or highlighting or anything like that. And then this one just needs the base finishing off. We've got the black lining and things in there already. Really nice, absolute solid minis. And then we have Nimrod, but we don't need to worry too much about him yet because, yeah, we'll come back to him in a little while. But I want to go through and show you guys the special rules for here because, yeah, there are quite a few to say the least. So, special rules. Missions are not used in this game. So if you notice, we don't have the normal mission board. Sentinels have no master plan deck. So we do have one, but it's not for the Sentinels. Instead, follow the Sentinel activation protocol card. So I want to just show you guys this card here. So Sentinel activation protocol. Activated Sentinels check the symbols at the bottom of the last two hero cards. For a move symbol, it's move one location closer to its target hero. I'll run through how targets work in a second. If it's already in that hero's location, increase the Nimrod activation track by 1. And you can see that activation track here. And we do have our little activation tracker here. So obviously we're going to be starting off on 0. We have then got a heroic action. Add 1 civilian to its location. Attack action. Deal 1 damage to 1 hero in its location, if any. Heal. Recover 1 health for each Sentinel production threat card in play. If already at full health, increase the Nimrod activation track by 1. If the last hero card in the storyline has a special effect, increase the Nimrod activation track by 1. And then if its target hero is in the Sentinel's location, the hero takes 1 damage. So what we've got is these 3 trackers here, and we're going to randomly assign them to our 3 heroes. And you'll note that each of the Sentinels, you can see here, that's number 1. We've got number 2 here. Hopefully you can see that there. And then we have number 3 just here like this. So we're going to deploy these as normal. But once we've deployed them, we'll then randomly assign these 3 to our 3 heroes. And they're the Sentinels that are going to be tracking that particular hero. So let's just carry on reading through and take a look then. So you can see here that health-wise, each of the Sentinels have varying health depending on how many are in there. So we've got 3 players, or 3 heroes I should say, therefore we're going to have 3 Sentinels. So all 3 Sentinels are going to be active. You can see that the 3rd Sentinel isn't active there on 2. And they're all going to have 4 health each. Basically, once we've defeated all of the Sentinels, then Nimrod will come into play. So Nimrod is always under pressure and may be damaged as soon as it enters play. Special setup, and I'll just take you through that. At the end of a turn in which Nimrod is reduced to 4 or less health, it immediately moves to the opposite location. When a hero is KO'd, Nimrod doesn't activate its ban. Instead, that hero is eliminated from the game. So that's only when Nimrod comes into play. They're not eliminated during the Sentinels. So his ban is each hero in Nimrod's location takes 1 damage plus 1 extra damage if Nimrod activation track is in yellow and 2 extra if it is in red. Obviously, once it gets to 15, that is over and done with. You can see here the heroes lose if the track reaches 15. And we have 2 villainous plots here. We've got the tracker is the first one, and then we've also got the villainous plot of if they are all eliminated. So yeah, really interesting. Special setup. Give each player a Sentinel activation protocol card. Well, there's only me playing, so they don't all need one there. We randomly assign these Sentinel tokens. Nimrod starts out of play, and then Nimrod enters play in the villain's starting location at the end of the hero turn in which the last Sentinel is defeated, and immediately plays a master plan card. So I think we've got all of the rules. What we need to do, as we always do with these, is randomly assign a villain starting location. So as we like to do, we've got our D6 here, and it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're still using the core box locations. We haven't opened any box yet or got 20 boxes with any additional ones in. Once we do, we'll add them into the mix. But we've got Genosha, Weapon X, Sentinel Space Station, Hangar Bay, Muir Island, and the X-Jet. So let's see where he's going. Why does it always seem to be 1? So all of our Sentinels are going to be starting in Genosha. And I'm just going to keep them there for the moment. Might have to move that one slightly off, but I just want to read the 3 different types of threat card that we have got. So Data Analyzer, see Sentinel special rules in the villain dashboard. When this threat is cleared, decrease the Nimrod activation track by 1. Aha! So we didn't quite go through all of this. So when a hero is KO'd, increase the Nimrod activation track by 1 plus 1 for each Data Analyzer threat still in play. So there are some incentives to get rid of these. We've also got Sentinel production. So see the Sentinel activation protocol. Well, we know that one. We've already gone through that one. So we recover 1 health for each Sentinel production threat card in play. When all of these threats are cleared, we decrease the villainous plot track by 1, or the tracker there. And then lastly is, where are we? Mutant detection. Heroes that take damage in this location take 1 extra damage, and then again, when it's cleared, move them up. So really interesting. It's going to be a little bit different. We're just going to put Nimrod there for the moment. Now we are playing with 3 characters, so Nimrod is going to start on 8 health. Apologies, 10 health. Nimrod is starting on 10 health, which I think may be the character with the most health that we've had so far. So really interesting. There's no crisis tokens in this, from what I can tell, unless Nimrod has some in his cards. I haven't looked at them yet because I don't really want to spoil it. I kind of want this to be the first time playing it through. So guys, bear with me on this one. There's a lot to take in here. Let me move that dice out of the way. If I get any rules wrong, as I said, just let me know in the comment section below. But I think what we need to do now is shuffle our tokens. So I'm going to turn them this way around here. Shuffle the location, shuffle the tokens, and we'll randomly assign them in a second. But let's meet our heroes. Who have we got to take down? Well, we have got Logan. So he's the hero that comes in the box itself. Recently painted up, not quite finished yet, but almost there. So these guys are going to be starting in position 3, which is the hangar bay. We have got Sasquatch, absolutely loved painting this one. Got the airbrush out. You can see what I think are some really nice transitions there as well. I do have my torch on, so it is a bit bright. So apologies if there is a any sort of bounce back. And then we've got good old Puck. So Logan has brought some friends along with him. Let's have a look and see. We've got Logan at the top, Sasquatch in the middle, Puck at the bottom, and let's just do that then. So 1, 2, 3. Let's draw these guys some cards. So we do have a starting hand. These have already been shuffled. So we're going to put these 3 here, like so. Sasquatch's cards here, like so as well. And you'll notice that these guys all have, here we go. So gain 1 attack token for each face-up Alpha Flight card in the storyline. So these all have the little Alpha Flight symbols at the top there. These are from, or all of these characters are from the big box that we got. I want to try and use different heroes, different villains every single game. So Puck's got a card here, Compressed Rubber Physiology. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, you may ignore 1 damage dealt by a henchman each villain turn. One thing to point out about the Sentinels is they do not count as henchmen, I believe. I just want to check that rule because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the Sentinels are not considered villains or henchmen when resolving any special effects. The Sentinel activation is not considered a villain turn. If one of the last 2 hero cards in the storyline is face down, the Sentinel simply doesn't get any benefit from the face down card for its activation. So yeah, and they only get the Sentinel or the special effect, the Nimrod tracker. It has to be the last card played, not the one previous. So that's just worth pointing out there. So this time round, we're going to start with our heroes, obviously, because these guys can't go first. So Logan is going to be tracked by number 2, which is this one here. Sasquatch is going to be tracked by number 1, which is this almost fully painted one here. And then Puck is, of course, number 3. Okay then, guys, so our board is all set up. We know exactly what we need to do. Our focus has to be taking down these Sentinels before that track starts moving up. We're just going to go from top to bottom. So let's draw a card for Logan and see where we end up with. He's going to get another move symbol. I think what we're going to do is just take this card first and play this. So as long as this card is faced in the storyline, you may ignore 1 damage during each villain's turn. Now let's not forget that the Sentinels are not villains, so we won't ignore damage from the Sentinels. We are just going to move these Sentinels out of the way a second. So Logan will play that card. He will move to here, and that will then trigger what the Sentinel does. So let's take a look. Basically, move 1 location closer to its target. If it's already in that hero's location, increase Nimrod activation track by 1. So this one here is number 2. So he is going to move up to here, and then it will be the turn of Sasquatch. So Sasquatch is number 1, isn't it? There we go. So Sasquatch, let's draw a card for him and see what he gets. So he's got another attack symbol there. So he's already got a move. So, and I think that's what we want to do, is we want to try and take them out. So I think what we're going to do is play this card here. And then we are going to double move. So we're going to go 1, 2, and then we are just quite simply, we're just going to attack. So we'll just do 1 damage on to Sentinel number 1. So we'll take that 1 damage off there. Now Oh, I just realised, have we messed up there? So now we're going to activate Sentinel number 1. Or number 1. They will move 1. Eek. So they will move 1 to here. Like so. And then wild. Recover 1 health for each Sentinel production threat card in play. If already at full health, increase the Nimrod activation track by 1. And because you've got 2 of these symbols, we're actually going to have to increase it by... So nothing happens when we're in the white, and really nothing happens on this track until Nimrod is activated. So that's the key thing there. So no damage to any of our heroes yet. And let's go with Mr. Puck. Acrobatic fighting style. So he's going to be able to do a move, an attack, and then a move. But that is a special symbol. And if the last hero counts the story as a special effect, increase the Nimrod activation track by 1. Okay. Actually, sorry guys, I'm looking back at that. Sasquatch should have taken a damage. So let's just get rid of this one here. And the reason why is the Sentinel ended its turn in the same position as Sasquatch. Let's move that there. So Puck, I think Puck is actually, we're actually going to play this. So we've got 2 wilds, we've got an attack, and then we've got these here. Now the Sentinels don't get to use these, they only get to use these ones here. So he's going to use one of those wilds to move, plus his movement token. So that'll take him to here. So he's got a couple of symbols left. He's got his attack symbol here, plus a wild left. He's then going to use the other attack symbol here. That's 3 attacks that he can do in total. Sentinel 1 has 3 damage left. So he's just going to do that damage straight onto the first Sentinel and take it out of play. So because we've done that, we get to remove this Sentinel token. So Sasquatch no longer has a Sentinel tracking them. However, let's just take a quick look. If a hero does not have a Sentinel target token, at the end of their turn, they must activate a Sentinel of their choice. For that activation, the hero is considered to have that Sentinel's corresponding target token. So all the rules would apply. But we get to choose. So that maybe potentially makes it a little bit easier. But we've managed to take 1 Sentinel out, and we've only moved 2 up there. But we have given this Sentinel some options here. So let's take a quick look at what we're going to get. So 2, we do the attack first. No, so deal 1 damage to 1 hero in its location, if any. There's none there. Recover health. But neither of them all healthy. So we just move this along 2. Now I'm making the assumption here that they can't gain more health than what they started with, because that's generally the rule of thumb. And we are back round to Logan. So let's take a look at what Logan is going to get. So he can do, he's got 2 of these cards now actually, and that would give him 1, 2, 3, plus draw a card. But that is going to do some damage back to him. But I think that's probably our best option. So he is going to play this card. He gets to draw a card, so we'll do that. It's going to take him up to 4 health. And then he is quite simply going to do 3 damage onto Sentinel number 2. So that will be those 3 damage there. And then let's check and see what that does with the Sentinel. So it's the attack symbols, 2 attack symbols in total. Deal 1 damage to 1 hero in its location, if any. So yeah, simple and straightforward. Wolverine's going to take 2 damage. What we're actually going to do is just get rid of these 2 cards here, put them to the back of the deck, because as we know, our cards are also our health. And yeah, we're going to keep that there. Let's have a little think about what we want to do with Sasquatch. Let's draw a card first of all. That's probably the best thing. So gain 1 attack token for each face-up Alpha Flight card in the storyline. I mean, we've got 2 so far, which feels like we can get a lot more, right? It feels like we can get a hell of a lot more. So let's have a little think. I think what I'm going to do, just to kind of spice it up a little bit, is to decide which Sentinel is tracking him. I'm going to roll the dice, and if it's a 1, 2, 3, it'll be Sentinel number 2, which is this one here, and anything else will be Sentinel number 3. So 1, 2, 3, there we go. So it's Sentinel number 2, just to keep it random, basically. So he gets to do an attack, which is nice because they've already got the attack there. So do we then want to do an attack and move him? If we move, then this Sentinel gets to move, which is quite annoying. But right now it's staying where it is. Oh, this is okay, but it's a bit of a waste because this Sentinel only has 1 health left, which doesn't feel the best. This is only going to get us 2. I think maybe this is the one to play right now. So we're going to play the move. So we've got a move and an attack, and we're going to gain tokens equal to the number of Alpha Flight card in the storyline. I'm going to make the assumption that it is not including the card that we have just played. So anytime I'm not sure, I'm erring on the side of caution. So we're just going to take whatever the worst result is. So it's now his turn. He is going to make the attack. That will go into Sentinel number 2, which will take that off the board. I wonder if that now means that Sentinel 3... Yeah, Sentinel 3 has to now track him. So we can get rid of that because Sentinel 3 is tracking everybody. And then he does get to make a move. So I think he is going to move to here. Then if we take a look, so go down in order. Number 1, move closer. There we go. And then number 3 is deal 1 damage. So that 1 damage will go on to Puck. Yeah, why not? Let's get rid of this card here. And then we are back onto Puck's turn and take that here. So he has got Alpha Flight. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So they've got a lot of Alpha Flight cards, which is pretty cool. I've just realised though that this Sentinel is now going to be activating every turn. So if I use this, then it's going to get to move and do 2 attacks against me. And then this doesn't help because it's not a villain or a henchman. So that's annoying. Let's have a little think about what we want to do then. So I think what we're going to do, just so we can take down this last one, is we are going to play this. We'll do 2 damage to it, which will be this 2 here. And then we will make a move. Do I move this way or do I move this way? This will pull it further away, but in all fairness, I want to be able to take it down. So we are going to move it here. The Sentinel will then activate. He will make a move, which is the first one there. And then he's going to do 2 damage to Puck. So that will KO Puck. Now, what happens in a KO? Well, we can see there that when a hero is KO'd, increase the Nimrod activation track by 1, +1 for each data analyzer threat card in play. So we've got 2, so that'll be 1, 2, 3 in total. Maybe that wasn't the right move. But we'll wait and see, because that's quite high up already. And now, when it bams, it does 1 extra damage. So he's doing 2 damage. And it's every hero in Nimrod's location. So we're back round. We are on to Wolverine. Wolverine's got 2 wild symbols there. He's already got 2 attack actions. Now, I believe that at the end of the turn in which Nimrod is reduced... No, okay. So he immediately enters play. The moment we take this down, he immediately enters play. And then it kind of reverts back to the normal game. But he will immediately play one of his threat cards as well, which I don't believe I have shuffled. So let me give these a really quick shuffle whilst I think about what we're going to do. God, those Sentinels are so big they go off the edge of the camera there, don't they? So I think what we're going to do, and we have to take him out. So that's not an option. But I think what we do is we play this card, and before we take him out, we're going to put two heroic action symbols onto this here, because we really want to take these out as quickly as possible so we can reduce that threat. He'll then take out the Sentinel, like so. And the reason I did it that way around was it meant that we got to have our full turn beforehand, because according to the rules, he immediately activates. Now, he immediately activates in the villain spawn point, which I believe was there. Let's take the Sentinel off the board. And he is immediately under pressure. Now, I am going to take that as he activates every two cards, which is what it normally would be in the normal game. Again, let me know down in the comment section below. So move clockwise to the next location with the hero with the most cards in hand. Well, that is going to be here. And I've just realised something. Yeah. So he gets to activate his BAM. His BAM is deal 1 damage. That kills it. Oh, okay. So that... Oh, how not to play this game. So, what's going to happen here is each hero in Nimrod's location takes 1 damage, plus 1 extra damage if the Nimrod activation track is in yellow. Well, Sasquatch goes first, but when a hero is KO'd, Nimrod doesn't activate its BAM. Instead, that hero is eliminated from the game. So he's KO'd. We have to remember Puck is still KO'd, so he can't actually be affected by anything, but Logan is also going to be KO'd and taken out of the game. So it leaves little old Puck all by himself. And he's going to put down 5 civilian tokens. We'll play this through because it's fun. And this will go down as a how not to play. Unless Puck can absolutely pull something out of the bag. Puck will now activate. Also, they take 1 extra damage. So they were taking 3 damage each. But 1, 2, 3, 4. Because as we know, we get to draw 4 cards. Let's get rid of those there. We've got a that there, that there, that there, and that there. So, let's have a little think about what we want to do. Well, what we want to do is try and get away from there. Now we can, I mean, even if we get rid of this, we're still not going to be able to do anything. Oh, dear me. Dear me. So I think what we're going to do is we will play this card here. We are going to spend one symbol. Nah, do you know what? Let's just go all out. We're going to do 3 damage to Nimrod. So take 3 damage off. That's the 2 wilds, and then this card here. Actually, no, we're not going to do that because it's only every 2. So Puck is going to get to activate quite a few times here. He's going to, well, twice. He's going to get to activate twice, which is nice. I believe that's how it works. Again, let me know down in the comment section below. But it's every 2 cards. So just because there's him left, he gets to activate twice in a row. So let's make sure this is 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. So we've got a move. Well, we're going to swap our cards. This is, we're cheating a little bit here, but near mind. So we're going to take all our cards. We're going to do 1 heroic action because it gets rid of 1 here. And it doesn't really help us out with much. But it does mean we get to move this track down 1. And then we've got 3 more that we can do. I think we're just going to do 3 damage onto him. So we'll do 3 damage, so he is left on 7. Now let's draw another card. And it is a heroic action. And let's play this one. We're going to do 3 more damage to Nimrod. Like so. And Puck is then going to move here. And then it'll be back to Nimrod. Now, if he is going clockwise, this may not be too bad. Move 0. Increase Nimrod's activation track by 2. Then bam. So activation track goes up to 2 there. Bam is each hero in Nimrod's location takes 1 damage plus 1 extra damage if the Nimrod activation track is yellow. 2 extra. Nobody's in his location. So now we're back to Puck. He's got a move and an attack. Oh, can he do this? I mean, he's going to move back over and attack him. So he's going to use a wild. Good old Puck. He'll move. And he's going to do 2 more damage. Like so. And then it's going to be Puck's turn again. Swap the threat in your location with one. Well, he doesn't need to. Because he's got this card here. And he can do 2 damage to Nimrod. And that is the end of the game. I'm not sure with this one, guys. I'm not sure if I've messed it up. I'm not sure if I played it through correctly. Let's jump back over to the other camera. And I'm going to have a read through some rules and things and just make sure that what I've done is indeed correct. But it feels like it is. But yeah, let's jump back over and share some thoughts. Well, guys, I've gone through all of the rules that I can read, and I can't see anywhere where I played the game wrong. So Nimrod came in, caused absolute destruction, and then, yeah, Puck just didn't care and annihilated him. Yeah, so it's a bit of a weird one, guys. Yeah, so again, let me know down in the comment section below. I've asked some questions on a couple of the forums and Facebook groups. I haven't had answers back from them yet, but reading through everything, looking at all the rules, I can't see anywhere where I've got it wrong. So let me know in the comment section if you think I have. But there we go. That is the Days of Future Past. I'm hoping what I've had there is an absolute fluke, because that felt far less intense than some of the other core box characters that I've played against. The other thing I didn't mention about the Sentinels is they also come with these Sentinel challenge cards as well. Each of them has a separate card, and basically they are different challenges that you can do. So you can add Sentinels into any game that you want to play with. So again, they're another way of making the game harder and harder and harder. So you get a similar set of rules. They've got health basically, yeah, it's just another way. If you remember, we had those challenge cards where you could take out certain cards. This is just another way to add an even greater level of difficulty to the game, which, if these are the results we're starting to get, maybe that's something we need to look at. My thought process is that I'd play through each of these in their normal mode. I was just sort of straight out of the box mode, but I think it was a fluke. I think it was a little bit of a fluke. Anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed that. And if nothing else, it showed you guys how to play, because there are some more complex mechanics for this one. Guys, do you want to get your hands on a Storm Mohawk Kickstarter exclusive, shipped anywhere in the world? If you do, all you need to do is make sure that you are A, subscribe to the channel, B, you leave a like, and C, you leave a comment on this video. And if you haven't done, go back and leave comments on all of the other videos as well. I prefer it if you watch them, but go back and leave comments, because yeah, it really, really does help. And each one of them will give you an entry into the prize draw. So once we've finished all of the unboxings and those sorts of things, we'll be drawing this out. So it'll be running on for a little while, but yeah, if you want to get your hands on this one, leave a comment down in the comment section below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, yeah, guys, leave a like. It does help. It really, really does help. If you want to support the channel even further, then we do have our Patreon. We've got our Discord server now up and running. It's been running for a while, but there is now a dedicated space on there for Marvel United, so go and check that out as well. And then yeah, it leaves me with just enough time, guys, as always, to say stay well, keep safe, and until next time, bye for now.